Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am pretty excited for this video because we're going to be testing out the new Colourpop Ooh La La palette. I'm very excited about this. I think it is really beautiful, just full of pink and purple shades, and I love pink and purple so much. I think part of the reason why I'm so excited about this palette is just because it's extremely affordable. It is only $12. You get 9 shades, you get a mirror, so I'm very excited about it. Let's just go ahead and jump on in. I think I'm going to start off, actually, before I decide what I'm going to do on my eyes. I just figured I would swatch it with you guys real quick. So we'll just do, here's the first row. Super soft. I also love that the palette has the names on it now. In the second row, some brighter pinky shades. And then here's the last row. Oh man, that one didn't swatch. See, it looks okay on my finger, but it did not swatch well on the hand at all. See if I can try a little bit more. So that one's swatching funny, but there are all the shades. I really love this color right here. It is just like a light pink shade, but it has like blue reflex throughout it, so I think it's pretty unique. Alright, so the very first shade I'm going to go in with is this purple right here called Katie. We can tell who's a real Mean Girl fan by if they call it Katie or Caddy.
It's pronounced like Katie.
And I'm just going to put that on my outer V. That purple, I feel like it's okay. It's pigmented, but it's kind of just a softer purple. And I feel like if you're like wanting a purple to deepen all your looks up with and to be like really just rich, it's not going to be this one because this is definitely a softer shade. Because this shade right here swatched so poorly, I'm going to go in with a touch of that just to give it a chance. And I'm going to put it through my crease. So, I mean, it's showing up, but I feel like that shade looks a touch, just a little bit patchy. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Poodle right here, just pick up a little bit of that, and I'm going to use that to blend out. And then above that, I'm going to go ahead and take a touch of Softcore. I already own that shade as a single. I think I actually own Softcore, Poodle, and Sandbar already. Because they came out with a like pink collection like a year and a half ago, and I was down for it. So just using Softcore to blend out the edges all the way up here. I feel like I'm losing quite a bit of the shadows. I'm going to go back into the darkest purple shade and just go back into my outer V and like blend that and add a little bit more pigmentation. I don't know, you guys. I feel like my eyes just look really patchy. I'm going to zoom you in a bit. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see like I have like this like shadows falling off here, and then there's like lines like where I'm trying to blend. Like the inner part here looks really patchy. It looks patchy on the inner part here. I don't really have the lines as bad on this side, but not looking the best. So not loving how this is looking right now. I'm gonna go back into a touch more of Poodle. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take some of Sandbar, that brightest pink shade, and I'm going to touch that on my lid right here. That one's pretty intense. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take this pinky shade. It kind of has like a pinky purple shift. And I'm going to put that on my lid. Alright, so that looks, I mean, it looks vibrant, but I feel like it doesn't look that shimmery or metallic. So that one would probably do well with being sprayed. So my camera stopped recording. Hopefully I got this on there, but I went in with the shade But Big Sugar on the inner part of my lid. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a little touch of Moonstruck, this gold shade. It's not like super opaque. It's kind of more like a transparent gold. And I'm going to touch that underneath my brow bone just for a little bit of highlight. So one last time, I'm just going to go in with a touch more of the deepest purple shade, and I'm going to pack that on over top. Just try to make it a little bit deeper, but it's really, I wish that they had done a shade that was just a touch darker for this. I did get just a bit of fallout. So I'm going to go ahead and do most of my face, and I'll be right back to finish the lower lash line. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into the hot pink shade in just a small pencil brush, and I'm going to run that along my entire lower lash line. I do really love this pink shade. I think if you're just like doing windshield wiper motions, you can get it to be pretty soft, but when you pack it on like this, it's such an intense pink. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of the dark purple and put that on the outer part. And then probably what I'm most excited for, I'm going to go into this lighter duochrome-ish shade right here. Pick some up. Very soft shadow, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on my inner corner. Alright, so I feel like it's kind of chunky and lots of fallout, and it's not the best formula ever, so I'm going to go into some spray and just wet my brush. There we go. Alright, you know what? After doing that, just for the sake of it, I'm going to go back into the shade Opulent. This one right here. Pick some up, and I'm going to wet my brush and just see what it does for me. Yeah, I mean, I guess it looks pigmented, but it's nothing to like write home about. And I got fallout even though I wet my brush. Great. Really quickly, I'm just going to add some black eyeliner and some mascara. So I figured I would show you guys what I'm doing for lipstick. So I'm going to start off with the Makeup Revolution lipstick in the shade Chauffeur. This is kind of like a sheer formula. And then I'm going to go ahead and top that with Dose of Colors Brio. So I do like how the look turned out. I think it's really pretty. These are definitely my kind of shades. But I will say I'm a little bit disappointed in the palette, and I'll tell you why. So I feel like some of these shades, like this one right here, is definitely patchy on the eyes. I feel like this one is not as intense as it should be, and now like in my outer V, it's already fading. There's lines, so it's not looking the best. So this area right here, I hope you guys can tell, it's like really patchy. The color didn't stay on very well. Pretty much the same over here. I do have that problem a lot with different colors not sticking to my outer V as well. It's something the last year or so that it's just started happening to me. But normally if I go in with the outer V shade first, it'll stick better, it'll help with the process. And I did go in with the outer V shade first, and it still didn't help this particular eyeshadow. I do like this shimmery shade. Then for this row, I really like the Vibrant Pink. This one, I really wish there was more of a metallicness to it. I feel like, I don't know, it's pretty, but it's just kind of like, it almost performs as if it's a matte because it's so like, I don't know, I wish there was a little bit more something to it. And I agree, same thing with this pink one. Again, it's beautiful, but it's just, I wish it was more metallic. Like this shade here has a little bit more of that metallic, like a really pretty finish to it, but it is a bit like really soft, a little bit chunky, a lot of fallout. You have to be careful with it, and I definitely suggest wetting your brush. And then these two shades I had no problem with, and like I said, I already own those two. So I feel like overall this palette, I think it is an affordable option if you just kind of want to dip your toes into pink eyeshadow and you just want to try out some of these shades. Like I said, it's only $12, so I hate saying something's good for the price, as in like an equivalent of the quality is not that great, so it's okay that it doesn't cost a lot. I don't really like that kind of mindset. So when I say something's good for the price, I mean that the quality is okay, the price is really good. So basically, if you want to put a little extra work in, then that makes it worth it, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is just some of these shades going to take a little longer to blend, going to take a little longer to build up, and some of the shimmers you have to spray to get that intense look. So I don't hate it, but I wouldn't say this is like my favorite pink palette I've ever used just from first impression. I think you could do some really pretty looks with this. You could probably go a lot softer. Like I said, I really like it and I was really excited to use it, and I think the packaging is beautiful and there's a nice size mirror in it and everything, so I like it. But like if you're looking for like super intense shades and you want super metallic shades, I would say like go for Juvia's Place, especially when they have their 40% off sales, because they do them every once in a while. I think you would get a lot bigger amount of product, and you would get, I feel like Juvia's Place is better quality than Colourpop. Colourpop shadows can kind of be a little bit hit or miss for me. So this is something I would recommend to a beginner or to someone who has a very small makeup budget who wants to just try some nude shadows, play around a little bit, especially when Colourpop does like 20% off sales. They do $5 off coupons. They have free shipping over $30 for US, and I think it's $50 for international. So that's who I would recommend this palette to. But if you're like me and you have this kind of palette collection, I don't think, if I had to go back in time like a week and a half since when I bought this, I think I would not buy it again, if that makes sense. Really quickly, I wanted to do some palette comparisons in case you already own any of these. This is the Ace Beauty Blossom Passion palette next to the Colourpop one. Ace Beauty is definitely a little bit more expensive, but they do have obviously a lot more product. You can just tell from looking at the two palettes. There are some similar shades in here. I think like the lighter transition shade, the really bright pink, the purpley pink metallic, the darker brown plummy shade, and then I would say like the light pink, the light pink in here is a little darker and the light pink in here is a little bit lighter, but I think you could definitely get really similar looks out of both of these. The only color that's really missing, well, there's no gold and there's no like dark purple shade here, but similar color schemes definitely. I really wanted to compare this Ooh La La palette to the Glamlight Miracle palette, which I just did a review on not too long ago, but I literally can't find it anywhere, and I just cleaned my makeup room, so I don't know where I put it. Alright, you guys, I literally can't find it anywhere. I'm so sorry. I'm looking all around, but I don't know where it is, so I apologize. So that is everything for today's video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.